Hi everyone, welcome back to Spratt Stem Academy. It is Saturday, so it is SAT Saturday. Today we're going to be working through problems 8 and 9 on the SAT official practice test number 10 in the Math No Calculator section. So let's start with number 8. Remember the steps. When you see a problem, the first thing you want to do is go on ahead and read the problem. Then you want to get all the information and then write down your goal. So we're going to walk through that together. So the problem states, in the figure above, point B lies on the line segment AD. What is the value of 3x? So they're asking us, what is the value of 3x? Okay, so that's going to be our main question. Let's now write our goal. So our goal is we want to figure out first, we want to know what x is. So I'm going to write down find x, because once we find x, we can plug in whatever value we get for x and plug it into 3x, and that'll give us our answer choice. But they've given us this kind of diagram up here that's going to allow us to do that. So as you can see, they told us that on the line AD, and that is already a big red flag for us. If you remember from your geometry class, you know that a straight line has a degree measurement of 180 degrees. So that's going to be really key information. If we look again, we also see another piece of information, which is that we have a right angle on the angle ABC. So ABC is a right angle, and if you recall from that, that is a 90-degree measurement. So if we have a 90-degree measurement and our total is 180 degrees, we know that this measurement of this side, so let me use a color, so this angle here, angle DBC, this should also be 90 degrees, because if we take our total, which is 180, minus 90 degrees, which is what we have over here, it's going to give us a remainder of 90 degrees. And another hint that we have is that we have x, 2x, and 2x. And if we know that the total angle of what I've highlighted in blue is 90 degrees, we can simply take these values and put them as equal to 90 degrees. And so now we're left with x plus 2x equals 90. And we can use this to solve for x. So if we add the x's up, so x plus 2x, that's going to give us 5x equals 90. And then you want to isolate x. So we want to get x by itself. So we simply do that by dividing by 5 on both sides. And that'll give us that x equals 18. So we found x, but we're not quite finished yet. Remember that the question asked us for the value of 3x. So I'm going to put in 3, and then our x is 18. So 3 times 18, that is 54. And so our answer to this problem is going to be C, 54. So that's how you would complete number 8. Let's go to number 9 now. So here we have a graph. So the question states, which of the following is an equation of line L? So line L is going to be this line right here, in the XY plane above. So our goal is we want to write the equation of the line. Okay. And so if you recall, you know that the equation of a line is going to be y equals mx plus b, where m is your slope, which is just rise over run, and b is your y-intercept. And all a y-intercept is essentially at what point on the y-axis does the line touch. So I'm actually going to look for that first. So let's look for our y-intercept. So we have our line, our linear function, and remember, y-intercept is the point that the line touches that is directly on the y-axis. axis. And so that point is going to be -4, okay? So our y-intercept is -4. And so now we want to find our slope because that's the second part of our linear equation that we're going to need. Reminder, we don't need to find a specific x or a y because that's just the format of a linear equation. But you do need a specific slope and a y-intercept. So if you recall, slope is rise over run, rise being the direction in which you go up or down, and rise being the direction in which you go left or right. And remember that for rise, if you're going up in direction, that's going to be positive. If you're going down, that's going to be negative. For run, if you're going to the right, that's going to be positive, and if you're going to the left, that's going to be negative. Okay? So keep that in mind. I'm going to erase that now. So to find slope, I'm going to use my counting method, in which we just start at a point, which is normally going to be like the y-intercept on the line. So I'm going to start here. And my end point for where I want to get to my slope is you basically want to get from one point on the line that's touching the y-axis to a point of the line function that's touching the x-axis. And so the line is touching the x-axis at a perfect point right here at -4. And so now what I'm going to do is do rise over run. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've gone in the upwards direction 4 spaces. So that's going to be +4. Over, I'm going in the left 1, 2, 3, 4. I've gone to the left, which is the negative direction. So that's going to be -4 on the bottom for my run. So, and now I'm back on the line at a point, -4. So my slope is 4 divided by -4, which is -1. So now I know that my slope is -1. And if we rewrite this, we get y equals, remember, -1 times x is just going to be -x. And then our b, our y-intercept, was -4, so I'm going to write -4. Now, as you can see, the answer choices that they have for us are written a little differently. That is okay. With an easy manipulation of numbers and variables, we can figure out which one is the correct answer. So we know that this is the correct equation of the line. All we need to do is figure out which one of these answer choices is the exact same as what we found above. So let's start with A. I'm just going to rewrite this so that we can kind of see it in the same format that our equation is in. So if I move, first I have x minus y equals -4. I'm going to move this x to the right side. So that will now be -x minus 4. And remove the negative sign from the y by dividing every term by -1. So now that's going to be +y equals +x plus 4. And this equation does not match what we have above. So we can eliminate A. Let's do the same thing for B. -y is going to equal -x plus 4. If we get rid of the negative sign, we're going to end up with x minus 4. This is also not the correct answer because our equation is -x minus 4, not +x minus 4. So we eliminate B as well. Let's look at x plus y equals -4, or for answer C. I'm going to manipulate it. So I've basically brought over the x. And we don't have to divide anything by -1 because the y is already positive. And as you can see, this is in fact a match to our equation. So C is the correct answer. And you can check letter D, but I'm just going to tell you right now that that is also not correct. Because if we were to simplify this, we would get y equals, bring over that x, it's now going to be -x plus 4, which is not correct because we have a +4 instead of a -4. And so the correct answer for this question is C. And that is how we figure out the equation of a line. So I hope this all made sense. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.